it's just been a hot mess of a morning.
You know,
I've been going since 5 a.m. and I'm so far behind. It's not even funny.
Oh no, really?
Yeah, it's just
I'm sorry.
one of those things. This is from Anna. Now, Anna, God love you, girl. You gave us a lot. We only have so much time. So we broke out a few parts of your list to answer. Things that we believe will really help the entire group by answering. So Anna's first part of her question is, could you please go over the definition of a landing page? And I believe this is going to help a lot of people because sometimes we talk really fast. We get that. We throw terminologies out there, and a lot of those terminologies are made up by us. And Caroline loves to use things like the bomb diggity, and it can get a little bit confusing. So let's officially explain what a landing page is. Now, you know me, before Caroline comes in with her analytical stuff, I'm going to give you my definition. A landing page is where you want your reader to land after they do a particular action. Mm-hmm. So if they sign up for a freebie, your landing page is where they're going to enter their information so you can send that freebie to them. Mm-hmm. So that is what the official definition of a landing page is. Now, with that being said, there's different types of landing pages. And Caroline, you can run with that.
Well, that's ultimately, you're right. I mean, a landing page can be anything. It can literally be anything. The confusion that I think a lot of people have is when email service providers like MailerLite and ConvertKit use the word landing page under their forms. When an email service provider uses the term landing page, what they're talking about is a direct link that you can send people to for an email opt-in. Now, if you were to talk to ConvertKit, let's say, or not ConvertKit, if you were to talk to Lead Pages, a landing page in Lead Pages could be almost anything because of how much things that you can do with a landing page. Right. You can set it up to be a bunch of affiliate links. I had somebody, true story, I set up a landing page for people who opted out of a sales sequence that I was doing to give them other options that they could choose from. Because if something was out of their price range, I'm like, here's a bunch of lower cost options. And it was just links. It was like link and a picture and small description. Link, picture, small description. That's it. And that was a landing page. It could be that a landing page is a pin on Pinterest, goes directly to a landing page that I've made in Lead Pages where people can opt into my freebie. It could be a page that I've designed on my website using Gutenberg or Elementor, if that's your brand of ripping your fingernails out one by one. If that's up to you, that's up to you. I mean, whatever. Love you guys. But if that's what you want to do is send people over to your blog and have, I made my homepage using Gutenberg. I dragged and dropped. Took me forever, but I made it. If that's what you wanted to do is send people directly to a specific landing page where they can decide what direction, like choose your own adventure, where they wanted to go on your blog, you could do that. So there's a bunch of different things, but I think that ultimately the terminology gets confused when we talk about sending your people to a thank you page after they've signed up for a freebie. We call that a landing page. We also call that a tripwire page, but it's only considered a tripwire page if you have a product to buy. That's the big distinction. So a landing page could be anything, but a tripwire or a one-time offer page is only applicable when it is immediately after an action that people took to sign up for your list or to, see a special offer.
Like I have thank you landing pages. So when people opt out of a sale and they click, I no longer want to hear any information on these emails, I'll send them to a page on my blog that says, thank you for letting me know. You will no longer get emails, but don't worry. You're still on my weekly newsletter that contains all my awesomeness on raising chickens. That is a landing page because that's where they land after they do a specific task. Now, not to confuse people, but there is another form of a landing page, and that is all for SEO growth and for confirmation and for ranking in Google. That is an SEO landing page that corrals your very best content and lets Google know what you're an authority in. But again, it's a landing page. So when we talk landing pages here in Blogging on Point, we are specifically talking about a place where a reader goes when they do a activity. Click a URL, an action, thank you. Click a URL, buy a product, opt out of an email, sign up for a freebie. And the purpose of the landing page all depends on you and what you want your reader to see. So if I say, what do you want to learn more about? Decluttering, click this link. They click that link. They are taken to a page on my blog. That's where they land. And I have my top decluttering post there. And it's like a corralling library of my content. So that's it. So it's basically when we say landing page, it's where they land. That's just the easiest way to explain it.
But to kind of touch back, the thing that confuses most people is when we talk about like selling things using a landing page versus ConvertKit or MailerLite or active campaigns landing page. Those are only like you can only use a ConvertKit or a MailerLite landing page for email growth. You cannot make it into a checkout page for a tripwire. The only way that you can use those kinds of landing pages is for your email versus lead pages, Gutenberg, Elementor, Thrive, whatever it is that you have, where you can make it into a sales page. So those are the big differences.
Hopefully that helps, Anna. And I'm glad you asked that question because I think understanding the terminology brings so many of your things into focus. So even though you asked a bunch of questions, I think now that you know what we mean by a landing page, it's going to help you answer a lot of those different areas. Anna said, is that SEO one on your blog or lead pages? No, it's on your blog because SEO has to do with your blog. When you are working on SEO, it's to let Google know that you are an authority in your niche and all of your authority proof is on your blog with your articles and your content. So when we talk SEO landing page, that is on your blog. Most of the landing pages that I talk about are on my blog because when I talk about pages on lead pages, it's a sales page or a tripwire page. I don't use the term landing page when I talk about lead pages. Yeah, I think when I say landing page, I immediately think blog because that's the final land that my readers have. So it's the thank you page on my blog. It's the corralling of affiliate links for homesteading. That's on my blog because I want them to land there. I want them to get there. So hopefully that makes sense. I'm hoping.